I really have something on my heart. I usually love to have my notes, ladies, but tonight I don't have my I don't have my notes. So we're just going to wing it with what's on my heart. So that's how I always used to do it. I think we'll be all right. I almost felt like I needed to say a prayer to start. It's like we're starting a church service or something. But I wanted to say, as you guys as coach, I want to remind you that I know where so many of you are coming from. From that I can't lose weight kind of thing, mentality of what in the world is going on with me? Why can't I lose weight? Tried all the stuff. And you guys have heard my story so many times, right? You have. But I want to tell you some other stories, not just me. And I want to encourage you because whenever we go through this process, number one, it's not easy. I tell you women all the time, you ladies, bod babes, ladies over 40, when you're chasing health and fitness and wanting to be your best self, it isn't easy. It requires something of you that most women are not willing to give. Did you hear me? So you're the exception. You are the exception. You're not the norm. And I always love to say, being the exception can make you exceptional, right? That's what exceptional is. You're not the norm. You're not just sitting back and letting life happen. You're not eating all the junk and you've changed your life and you're changing your life. You're changing old habits and building new habits that requires so much of you mentally, physically, and ladies here at Bod Babes, we're not just people who sit around. We are women who are driven. We have careers, we have families, we have grandchildren, children still at home, some of us. Some of you are doctors. Some of you are lawyers. Some of you are nurses. A lot of you are nurses, actually. Teachers. I mean, oh my gosh, you name it. Company owners, right? You ladies are ladies who've had a career for a long time, most of you, and are still busy. You haven't retired, right? For most of us. Now, some of us have retired, but some of us that have retired are taking care of loved ones, right? It's always something. And I wanted to tell you this is a transformation that isn't much to the beholder of the eyes, but I want to tell you something. She has been where you are too, and maybe even in a deeper place. And I can't even remember her name, sadly. This is one of my clients from a long time ago. And I asked her to take her starting pictures, just like I ask you guys, and you reluctantly do it, right? I'm going to tell you why I cropped in on this picture. I cropped in on it after she sent me another picture. But first, I want to show you this one. Okay. So when she showed up at Bod Babes and she took her picture, this is a full body picture, but I cropped her face. I want to show you her face. Look at her face. Does that look like she wanted to take her picture? Ah. So Wade and I were at the beach and we were on vacation for our anniversary. And she sent me a picture. And I'm going to read to you what exactly it said. She sent me a selfie picture. And she said, "Excuse the first selfie I ever took." And I still cry. She said, "But I felt pretty." And that was the first selfie she ever took of herself. And she texted it to me on the beach. And because she felt pretty. And this right here, that says it all. I mean, that just says it all. Sorry, guys, it tears me up. I cried that day. I still cry. It's been like 3 years. Sorry. Anyway, Sandra, She said she couldn't lose the weight because of menopause. Couldn't lose it. She came on at BodBabes. Now she's a fitness instructor, not at BodBabes. Maybe she will be one day. But oh my gosh, ladies, she was so concerned about her middle. She said no matter what she did, she couldn't get that off. I want to show you something. Look at this middle. That's her. Look at that. That's Sandra. Why am I showing these to you? Because it wasn't easy on them either. They felt just like you feel. They know what it's like. I know what it's like. This is Beth. Beth stayed for quite some time. She's an executive at a huge electric company, and that's where she started. Once again, she's got that middle, right? She couldn't get it off. She couldn't figure it out. She came on at BodBabes, nothing worked. She tried over a whole year and lost 5 pounds in a year. That was it. And she said, it's just been a struggle, Allie. I don't know if anything will ever work for me. Here she is when she left the program. Look, that belly came off of her. She was fit. And that back, she wanted to change her back. She said, Allie, what is this? I can't get rid of it. I said, same with me. I used to be the exact same. Same with my back. Love handles. They aren't lovely. I hated them. Why did people call them love handles? Here's her when she left the program. Gone. Another lady that some of you know that has been on the program since you've been on here. And I want to share her story because her story is amazing. Her name's Tina, and she's on our website at bodbabes.com. And on there, I think I just have a little short clip. I think it's 2 minutes or under. And her testimony, you guys, some of you were on here when she shared a testimony, and she said that she shared that she couldn't walk at Christmas time. And the picture that she was referring of is this one right here. She could barely walk anymore. She had gained so much weight. She gained a lot of weight. Listen, she's lost over 100 pounds. Okay. I want you to look at her. She had lost hope. She's sitting there because she didn't want to stand up because she couldn't walk. She couldn't walk. So she sat and everyone gathered around her for the photo. And here's another picture of her. I'm going to show you guys something. This is her. Amazing lady. She's still actually inside of our app, and you'll see her from time to time. Now listen, her testimony is amazing that she walked past a window and saw her new reflection of herself. And she just said, that's me. She couldn't believe it. That she's 66 years old, and that's her now. It's the first dress she wore in over 10 years. How cool is that? Sorry, I'm so emotional. Look at that. Scientist, Carla. She said, she's smart, smart lady. Couldn't figure out how to lose weight. 49 years old. Couldn't figure it out. Smart lady. Works at one of the colleges and does research for, I don't even know what she does. It's that, it's that in depth. I don't even know. So listen, she says, Allie, can't lose this. I want to be fit by the time I turn 50. And when she turned 50, this is what she looked like. Look at that. It wasn't easy, ladies. Boy, it wasn't easy, but she stayed consistent. One more lady that you all have talked to, except for maybe the new ladies that signed up today and yesterday. I want to show you something. This lady came on to BodBabes. She was 40 years old. At 40 years old, she had tried everything to lose weight. Everything, including starving herself, really, barely eating, over exercising. And she calls you and she texts you every week. And her name's Toni, Coach Toni. And that's her when she started. And that's her face. Now, I don't have her side pictures or her back picture, but it's all right here. And I want to show you something. This is your coach. There she is. What a difference that is. What a difference that is, right? Look at that. And I'm showing you guys this today because sometimes when it's hard, we just want to quit. We just want to give up. That was how I felt. I wanted to quit and give up. This is me. And I'm smiling because I'm on national television. But somebody said to me, is that the only before picture you have? I think that's the only one you've got. No, it's not. I have others. Not very many. And you want to know why? I didn't want anybody taking pictures of me. And if I am in the picture, I'm hidden somehow. That's me. Another one, Bonnie. Look at the confidence in that woman. That's not her before, that's her after. Look at those guns. Oh my gosh, this lady, Stacy. She used to be a fan whenever I was in music and met her. That's actually me right there beside her. And this is her on the program. Look at that. Amazing transformation. And I'm going to show you one more. One more. And actually, it's the same woman, but I want to show you her transformation. She started here. And she said when she saw that picture, she knew she had to do something. And boy, did she. And there's her next transformation picture. And I want to show you where she took it. Look at that. That's her next transformation picture. Look at that. She started here and then here and then here. Changed her life, changed her entire life. Well, let's just do one more because I want you to see what's possible. She's still on the program. Her name's Virginia. I call her Sweet Virginia. She's very sweet. And this is her at Halloween one year. I think she said it was a Halloween picture, pretty sure. And she said, she sent it to me. And I asked her for her before picture and she sent me this. I want to show you something. This is her now. Look at that. She's still in the program right here. She's eating over 2,000 calories, ladies. And I say that because you're afraid to eat and it's stopping you from your goal. You're afraid to eat. Right now, at this weight, 130 something pounds, she's eating, I think, 2150 calories, something like that every single day, plus a cheat meal on the weekend. I said all that to say this. You're scared. You don't know if it's going to work. I was in the same place. Man, it takes a lot of work, but that's what exceptional people do. Some of you are nurses, a lot of you are, and you've gone to school for a long time to do what you do. But in school, I can imagine that that was tough, right? I bet it was hard. But anything that has value is hard. It is. You know, it is. It really is. One of the most rewarding things that I've ever done is marry my husband. And sometimes I'm hard to live with. But you know what? He's worth it. You know, making marriage work is not easy. Making a business work, it's not easy. You know, building a company, doing your job, being a nurse, being a doctor, you know, being a lawyer. Oh my gosh, that's not easy. This right here is not easy either. You know, there are women out there taking shots and I've had some of you say, you've come up, I have a lot of people who've come off shots, but some of you who've never taken them consider, well, maybe it'd just be easier if I took the shot. And then I've got women coming to me on the shot, while on the shot, or just got off the shot, scared to death. They're going to gain the weight back. They don't know how to eat. They don't know what to do. They're panicking. Some of them are having issues with their gut. There are over 3,500 lawsuits right now. Women with paralyzed guts. And listen, blindness. Can you believe that blindness is a side effect of that drug? It is blindness, muscle loss. Ozempic face is what they're calling it. Ozempic face. Have you heard of it? Women looking old, just so old in their face because of this drug. We don't know the long-term effects. I heard a doctor talking about it the other day, and he said in 10, 15, 20 years, we're going to have a very weak society, very weak physically society, feeble. He used the word feeble because these women are losing so much muscle that they'll never regain. You just don't regain muscle. You have to work hard at it. You ladies know that are here, that are working hard, right? It's a lot of work. So while we wish there was a magic pill, while we wish it was easier, things that are of value come with a cost. And we can either stay where we were and just be okay with it, or we can move forward. And moving forward requires sometimes that we eat 2,100 calories. When for some of you, 1,300 calories seems like a lot because you've been so restricted and you're so afraid to raise the calories because every time in the past you did, you gained weight. Then you didn't know how to get it off. I've heard that so many times. Allie, I'm going to gain weight. You might gain some weight. If you've been chronically having your calories so low, listen to me, and you come on at BodBabes and you say, Allie, I want to lose weight, and I do the same thing that you've been doing, what result do you think I'm going to get you? Just being a BodBabes isn't a magic pill. Do you think if you just walk some steps and you work out 3 times a week and you track your food and your calories are still low and you're just getting a little more protein, that your body is just going to transform? If you've been a chronic dieter, ladies, it doesn't work that way. Your leptin is low. Your cortisol is high. And guess what that means? A lot of you have thyroid issues and you're eating low carb, extremely low carb. And guess what that's doing to your thyroid? It's making it worse. I saw online the other day a lady say, I've got thyroid issues and I just can't lose weight. And I'm not hardly eating any carbs at all. Hardly any carbs. And I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, she's just listened to a bunch of online nonsense. She needs to eat some carbs. And she needs to understand how to eat her carbs. Just this week, we had a lady who we've tried everything with lately. And before she could lose the weight, and all of a sudden she couldn't. And we raised her carbs to almost 200 carbs a day, backed them off a little bit. And guess what happened? She lost over 3 pounds. It was a strategic thing. It wasn't we just raise carbs and take them away, right? So there's different processes. You'll see me saying, quit doing fasted workouts. I heard online, Allie, that I'm supposed to do fasted workouts and I'm going to burn more fat. Well, how'd that work for you? Because if it's not working, quit doing it. You're making things worse. You got to eat. Your cortisol will go up. If you're one that keeps calories low all the time and you're afraid to eat before workouts, then guess what happens to your cortisol level? You're not eating, you're going into a workout, and there you go. Cortisol goes high. You can't do it, ladies. You got to take that stress off your body, and you got to be able to feed your body. You can't be afraid of your nutrition. And yeah, you might gain a pound or two, but hold on. Let your body recover. Let your body heal. Let your body realize that, hey, we're not starving anymore. We have some food. And okay, I can let go of some of the storage I've been keeping just in case there's a rainy day where I get zero, right? That's how I think of it. And I realize that tonight I am just talking to you from my heart, but I need you to hear me because the hustle is hard and we want to give up and we want to quit. But I'm telling you, quit hustling so mentally hard. By that, I mean, make things easy to succeed. You know, the way you look at things and the way you do things, don't make it hard on yourself to succeed. Make it easy, make it simple, dumb it down. Tina, the one that you saw, Tina, she said, my parents have been getting sick and I just get called out to the hospital all the time. I never know when I'm going to go. That's her. And she said, what I decided to do, Allie, was to make some emergency bags. In my emergency bags, I have stuff that is already pre-made. It's maybe a protein bar, things that she isn't going to eat every day, but things that will help her survive it so she doesn't walk in the hospital and get a big old Snicker bar. Right? Or not have anything. There's days when she would go in and she wouldn't have any food, but she prepared and have these little bags like what I would call just lunch bags you would throw in your lunch and just throw them in there. She'd have something in her purse. She kept some in her purse. She kept some in her pantry, and she just always had them with her. She prepared to succeed. And another thing is that when we mentally go to a place where we just beat ourselves up every day and we jump on that scale, ladies, you need to hear me. And you jump on that scale every morning and you jump on it, some of you, even at night. Whoa. And you're looking in the mirror, criticizing and critical and measuring again and again and again and again. Where do you think your stress level is? High, right? Where do you think cortisol is? And cortisol affects your body to be able to lose weight. Life is stressful enough. It is. It's stressful enough. Give yourself some mercy. Make things easy on yourself to succeed. Give yourself some grace. Pat yourself on the back. Tell yourself how good you are doing. Some of you just beat yourselves up. You say things to yourself that you wouldn't say to anybody else in this world. You wouldn't talk to anybody or anything like you do mentally yourself. And you're an exceptional woman. You're here doing an exceptional thing and not giving yourself any mercy, no grace, no pat on the back, not believing in yourself, not telling yourself, great job. Find your peace. You've got to find your peace. Make it easy to succeed and find peace in it. Take your rest days. Once a week, you should be doing something to just get away from stress. I don't care if it's going to get your nails done. I don't care if it's going to bed and taking a nap on a Sunday afternoon, going out for a walk, going to the gym, going for a ride with your windows down, playing your music loud and singing along, spending time with your grandkids, whatever that might be, putting all your stuff to the side and just being present in the moment and just letting go of all the stress. You need it. We all need it, right? So trust the process. Trust it. Even when you don't understand it and your body seems like it's fighting against you, it's not fighting against you. It's trying to protect you. It's trying to protect you. Don't be afraid to love yourself. Don't be afraid to give yourself downtime. And to succeed at your nutrition, make it easy. Right? Make it easy for yourself. And that's what Toni and I are here for. That's what Wade is here for. We're all here for you. And you've got other women in the group that Excel at it. Reach out in the groups. Say, hey, ladies, I'm having a hard time getting my breakfast in. What do you do? You know, and let's discuss it. We're here for you. And these women right here, these are success stories, right? These are success stories. All of them, success stories. And guess who else is a success story? You. You're going to be a success story if you just trust the process, if you just keep moving forward, if you just give yourself some grace, if you just make it easy for yourself to succeed, if you just tell yourself, great job, you're doing it, girlfriend. If you just celebrate yourself like that, powerful woman right there. This woman right here who calls you and texts you and all the stuff, guess what? It wasn't easy for her. I've seen her cry over you. I've seen her worry over you, call me when it's not work hours, just going, oh my God, Allie, I'm worried about so-and-so. She cares for you. Trust the process. She had to learn to trust it herself. She's speaking from experience. Trust the process, ladies. 2 years later, after trusting the process, here is Stacy, 2 years later, in a bikini at the beach, still trusting the process. She goes, Allie, everything you taught me, I'm still keeping my health, and I'm still in a bikini at the beach in her 50s. 2 years later, look, 2 years. That's Stacy. So, ladies, you can do this. Let's find ways to do this. Make it easy to succeed. Believe in yourself. And I'm right here if you need anything.